Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll discuss to you what is conditional rendering using the if statement. Okay, so let's start. So we have here a blank project. Okay, so let's create a simple application that will check whether the grade of the student is pass or fail. So we'll be adding the ion input and the ion button plus a message that displays pass or fail. Okay, so by default the pass or failed message will not be appear on our application, only when the user clicks the button. Okay, so let's start. So here is the source code. So we'll be adding the ion input then placeholder enter grade and then the ion button. Let's say evaluate, then a paragraph tag which displays the result, whether the grade of the student is pass or fail. So let's check the output. So we have here the output. So the user will need to enter the grade, let's say for example 85, and then click the evaluate. Then at the bottom it will display the result. So we'll be adding a text here. Okay, and then check the output, refresh. I forgot to okay, it's already saved. Okay, so on the first load of your application or of our application, the result shouldn't be appear on our screen. So to hide this, we can use the if statement or the conditional rendering. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, we'll be using the if, then equals result. Let's say result evaluated, and then let's try that. Okay, so no, it did not appear on our screen. So this component or HTML tag will only appear if the value of this is true. That is the if statement. Right? That's the use of the if statement. So let's try that. Okay, so we'll be adding the click button here, and then let's name it as evaluate grade, and in here I'll be using the B model Then the name of the V model or the value for the V model is, say, grade. Okay, so in here we'll be importing the components, the ion input and the ion button. Okay, there is no space of the ion input. And then let's just copy this one and we'll place it here. Then let's wait until our browser renders our source code. Okay, and then we'll be adding a method which is the evaluate grade under our view. So after the component property, we'll be adding the methods. Then the method that we are going to create, which is evaluate grade, enter. Okay, and then we'll be defining a variable using the data property. Okay, and then return. So the first data will be the grade. Okay, so the grade under V model. So grade colon 0. That's it. And the result, of course, our boolean variable, which is the result evaluated. So will be by default we will set that as false. Okay, and then in here in our evaluate grade, okay, so we'll be having a condition, and then under grade will be checking if the input of the user is greater than or equal to 75. That's the passing grade. And then inside of our statement will be setting the value of result evaluated into true. Okay, this that result is equal to true. Okay, so let's try this statement first. Then we go to our output, and then let's try to encode a grade, which is, let's say, for example, 75. Then click the evaluate button. Okay, it shows the result. Okay, because the grade was already evaluated, so it will appear the result component here or element. Now we'll be adding a bind variables here, which is remarks. Okay, so whatever the value, so by default it should be empty. Okay, and then in here we'll be displaying the remarks. Remarks is equal to, of course, that is failed, and in here that is pass. So we need to move this one in here. So meaning the paragraph or the element paragraph or the paragraph tag will only appear when the user clicks on the evaluate grade. So we set that into true. Then we have the condition here. If the grade is 75, then it will change the value of remarks into pass. Otherwise, fail. So let's try that. Okay, so let's try the failed one, which is 65. So we have failed. And let's try the 80. So we have pass. So be if statement is very useful, especially if you are hiding a component, or if you are going to display a component instead of adding in your source code. All you need to do is from the very beginning you just hide. So when you need that component to display on the screen, you will just set into true. Okay, so we also have the VLs, or the VLs, partner of the BIF. So let's say, for example, we already defined this as pass. Okay, and this one is VLs. It's already, the value of this is failed already. So let's try that. So for example, this one, if the value of this is true, then it will display the pass. Otherwise, the failed statement. So in here, we'll be removing the remarks data or variable. Okay, so instead of, then we'll be defining it as true and this one as false. So we have two elements here. Okay, so this statement pass will only appear on the screen if the grade of the student is pass. Okay, this will make the result evaluated into true in our statement. So let's check the source code. So as you can see, since we set the initial value into false, then the value of the failed element is displayed on our screen. So let's try to input a pass grade with passing rate, and click the evaluate. So it will appear it will hide the failed component. Then if we encode, or if we type a failed grade, then it will display the failed component. So that is the use of the VIF and the VLs. Thank you for watching. See you on our next videos.